Hey guys, back at it with another roulette strategy to put against a survival test. This test was created in a longer format to highlight the potential pros and cons of a strategy, weeding out the good ones from the bad ones. Then as a community, we modify and refine the good ones to make them even better. If it survives that process, we can then program it into the new Viper Strategies software on my other channel. Link to the channel will be in the description below if that's something that interests you. On this test, every strategy will get a fair shake at 90 spins. That equates to about an hour and a half of live playing time in the casino. So there will not be a time limit. We are going to play out all 90 spins or until the system fails. All results are unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Every system will receive a grade on performance that's posted at the end of each video. And if you are new to the channel and want to join us on the quest to finding the best, subscribe now and hit that notification bell to stay up to date, because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's videos, I'm going to do something a little different. It's going to be the same 90 spin test. I'm just going to do a split test. This channel is all about testing, right? So what I want to do is do a split test on this strategy, and I'm going to give it 45 spins, still floating around about the hour mark of how much time you actually play in a casino. So it's still a good solid test. The reason why I'm going to do a split test is because a lot of these I have some ideas on making them better. So on the first split test, it's going to be one video. It's going to be that part one, and then I'm going to make a part two for the following 45 spins. And from there, we're just going to do a small tweak or modification to see if we can improve it. So this is going to be A-B split testing. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I found this on another roulette channel. So we're going to play it out today and see how it runs. So this one is called Money Guard, and bankroll for this is $747. There are 9 levels. On that video I seen, it showed a $225 profit. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it, and I'll explain as we go. So we're going to use dollar units. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 on these single streets, and we're going to put a $6 bet on the highs. Okay, so you got a nice even spread. The missing section is going to be right there in the middle. So let's spin. This is spin number 1. We're going to track lows, highs, and see how this one runs. So we start off with the win. That's a $3 hit. Repeat, spin again. We get a 15 black. I believe that's a loss. So from here, level 2, we're going to simply add 1 unit. So it's just easier just to double up. So we're going to put $1 on each of the streets, and then an additional $3 on the 19 through 36. And let's see what we get here. We get a 13 black, and that's another miss. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to add 3 single number bets above those streets. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to slide over here to the high numbers. 1, 2, 3, and spin again. Currently minus 24 right now. And we get a 24 black. That is a $6 hit. All right. We're going to rebet, spin again. We are going to reset in a new session profit. There's a 2 black, and that is a push. On pushes, we're simply going to rebet and spin again. That's another push right there. So rebet, spin again. All right, there's a $6 hit, rebet. And we get a 9 red. Those are pushes. I'm going to go ahead and just take those off. Those are stopping those wins from happening. And then with this, I'm going to just back it up 3. We got 32 red. That's a nice $6 return. Repeat, spin again. All right, there's another hit. Repeat, spin again. This is spin number 10. Again, we're going to give this a run for 45 spins. We're back at a break even. All right, we got $6 right there. Rebet, spin again. So up $6 right now. And we get 10. It's a miss. So we're going to rebet. And we are going to add, it says single numbers, but I think there's too many pushes. I'm thinking about, instead of those single numbers, I think let's just go ahead and do splits just to have a little bit more coverage. Let's see how that pans out. Then go 1, 2, 3 here. All right, another $6 return. We are -6. Rebet, spin again. All right, there's another hit. We're back to even. Our high was $6. This is a slow grinder. We hit a 2. And see, that would have been a push if I didn't split them. Okay, so we are in a new session profit. That is why we test on this channel. We make some adjustments, and I think the splits are a good adjustment. So we're going back to our base level bet. So 3 on the streets, 1, 2, 3 on the, no, we're going 6 on the high, and we spin. We're at spin 15, up $18. And there's a $3 hit right there. So let's rebet. We're up into a new session high. We are at base level, and we spin again. We're up to $21 in profit. We get a 23 bet. I believe that's a hit. Sure is. Stay right here. Spin again. 24 is new session high. And that's a miss. So on the misses, let's go, instead of putting those single number bets above, we're going to go splits above. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going 1, 2, 3 over here. Trying to get back to session profit. There's a nice win right there. So we rebet, spin again. There's another win. We are at 21. Rebet, spin again. This is spin number 20. All right, we are back in session profit. So we're going to back our bet down to the original base level bet, which is $9. All right, we got the hit right there. Rebet. 27's new session high. Got another win, so let's stay right here. And $3 is a hit. It's nice. This is like print mode, like I say before. You know, this is nice to just have a lot of coverage like this, and when your numbers hit, they hit. Finally got a loss right there, so let's go ahead and rebet. Oh, that's what I messed up the previous progression. I got a double on the second level. Okay, so rebet, double up, and then we can start adding those splits and so forth. Okay, that probably held us back in a little bit of profit, but that's okay. Let's run through this test and see how it pans out. So $6 right there. We are in a new session profit. So it's best go back to base and keep it safe. $9 bet. We're up to $30 in profit. 20 blast, another hit. So we're going to hold our bet right here. All right, 32 came out. Rebet, spin again. New session high is $36. Looks like we are getting quite a bit of favorable numbers, but some of those middle dozen supposed to, or is bound to hit soon. All right, so we got a loss right there. We're going to double up after our first loss. We haven't really pressed the progression so far. This has 9 levels of progression. Okay, we got a hit right there. We are back 33, but our high was 36, so we're going to simply rebet, spin again. This is spin number 30. And we got the hit. So we can reset back to our base level. Better safe than sorry. So I'm going to go back it up to 9. I do have a modification that I'm curious to try. I think that's going to work out well because you could see there's so many numbers that are covered. It's a large hit area. So we lost that one. We're going to double up after our first one. It is not a martingale system though. We don't keep doubling. The progression is, if we never proceed the whole progression, I'll share it at the end of the video. Okay, we are up 36. Rebet, spin again. Keeping in mind our high is 39. So we are back at, okay, so we're in a new session profit at 42. Let's go back to our base level bet. Spin again. All right, 42 is new session high. So far, so good. We keep getting a lot of high numbers. That is favorable to this strategy. Rebet and spin again. New sessions at 45. This is spin 35, so we got 10 more to go, and we'll wrap it up, and then we'll jump into the next modification. So we won right there. So we're going to keep our bet level right here. And yeah, I think the next mod is going to take advantage and capitalize off of this coverage. So I'm excited to run that. 51's new session high. We're at our base level bet. And we got another win, so that's going to be a new session high. 54 is our high so far. And we got another hit. That's 57. Very good. But again, I'm not seeing a lot of those middle numbers coming up, so could just be getting lucky spins right now. All right, so got another hit, and we spin again. New session high is at, we're at spin 40. Session high is at 60 bucks. We got 3 red. That's another win. We got 5 spins to go. 23 is another hit. Rebet, spin again. We're at 66 bucks. All right, got a loss right there. Repeat, double at this point. And we got a hit with the 6 black. We are at 63, so we're going to hold our bet right here. Oh, and we got a loss. Okay, so from here we rebet. Again, I'm changing it to splits. I think that's better. A little bit more coverage, a little bit more payout, less pushes. And then over here, we're just throwing on 3. All right, this is spin 45. Let's see if we end on a win. And we do. That's a 24 black. And we ended up with $51 in profit. We did peak out at 66, but we ended with 51. I say this is pretty solid. Again, I changed that. The original one called out for, let me back this up. Original way was he was adding the progression where it would go on the single numbers above, which when you hit them, of course, they're going to pay out a lot better. Okay, so let me just go through the progression for you guys, starting at the base, because we never pushed it all the way through. So base level bets, 3 right here, 6 over here. Total bet is 9 bucks, right? Then we spin. I shouldn't have spin. I'm just going to show you right now. So sorry, I accidentally hit that. That's muscle memory. But we did win, of course. But let's go ahead. You missed that one. All you do is double up. Now you have an $18 bet. Okay? From here, instead of the adjustment I made, instead of putting the single number bets, is I did splits. So single numbers, what he was doing is putting a single bet on 1, 4, and 7. Instead, I think it would be better coverage to do a split. And then obviously you'll add 3 over here. So now you have a total bet of $24. If you lose that one, then you go ahead and rebet, and then you add 3 more. Instead of putting 1 unit on 2, 5, and 8, I made that adjustment to do cover splits. Now you see that large coverage, and it makes those that middle higher jackpot payout. Then you add 3, of course. So now you have a total bet of $30. If you lose that again, what you're gonna do is you're going to put 3 numbers, or 3 units. So 1 unit here, 1 unit here, 1 unit here, and then you're going 1, 2, 3. So now you have a total bet of $36. Okay, and then after that, you'll follow that same sequence. Okay, then let's say you lose that one, then you add the single numbers again right here, and then you do it one more time for the last time. If you lose again, add 3, and if you lose at this point, you got 3 doubles after this point. So you got 46 right here. You got 1 double, 2 doubles, and 3 doubles. That's when it gets high. So it does have pretty long progression, and you should be winning more often than not to reset you. So I do really like this strategy. I just think that modification of, instead of straight up single number bets, I think splits is going to work out a little bit better in this case. And of course, you reset at a new session high. But this is part 1. It did do good. We did dip down. The lowest we hit was minus 24. We ended up at a high of $66. Again, 45 spins. We ended on at $51 even. So if you guys have any modifications or ideas how you can make this better, let me know in the comments down below. And I'm going to, following this video, the next day will be the modification that I'm going to do that I think is a little bit better. I'm going to do a D'Alembert. So I'm going to increase, and I was thinking about doing a positive progression, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what I decide on that one, and we're going to run it back. And again, we're going to give this strategy. It's going to be the same strategy, 2 different variations, but it's going to get a total of 90 spins, that survival test. The only deviation is going to be I'm splitting it in half so we could do that split testing, okay? And if there's any good input from you guys, then of course we could do a little mini series and try to tune this up to potentially be even better than what we think it can be, okay? But yeah, anyways, like always, guys, till next time, be cool, stay cool, peace.